Elijah. Today our story is about a man who trusted God and obeyed him, even when no one else did.
Was he brave and faithful?
Yes, very brave and faithful. His name was Noah.
Long ago, the world became filled with anger and unkindness. The people stopped listening to God. But Noah was different. Noah loved God and followed his directions faithfully. God was patient and kind, but after a long time, he knew the people weren't going to change and things would continue to get worse. He came up with a plan to start the world all over again. One day, God spoke to Noah. He told him to build an ark, a giant ship, because he was going to send a great flood to cover the entire world. He promised he would keep his friend Noah and his family safe inside the ark. God gave Noah very specific instructions about designing and building the ark, how large it should be, what kind of trees to use for the wood, even how to seal the boards with pitch so water wouldn't leak inside. Noah obeyed God and did just what he said. Noah worked very hard building the ark. It took him many years. Most of the people laughed at him. They had never seen rain, so how could it flood? But Noah trusted God. God has told Noah to make room in the ark for lots of different animals. He said nothing would survive the flood unless they believed him and came inside the ark for their safety. Then something amazing happened. After the 120 years it took to finish the ark, and not a drop of rain, animals of every kind, one male and one female, came into the ark 2 by 2, just like God said. Even though Noah had been working every day all those years and telling people who saw him building the ark why he was doing it, no one believed him, and no one would come inside the ark. Noah and his family cared for every animal, and he kept warning people God would be destroying the world to please come inside the ark, but they wouldn't believe him. One day, Noah noticed the sun wasn't shining as bright as it had been all those years. He had kept warning the people, but no matter what he said, no one but his family would believe him and come inside the ark. He closed and locked the big door on the ark, then they waited. For 7 days, nothing happened. Then, white fluffy clouds started to block the sun, and they started to get darker and gray, then almost black, and out of nowhere, loud cracks of thunder sounded in the heavens. As the floodwaters rose, the people who wouldn't listen to Noah tried to escape. They ran to the ark's door, but it was closed. Some climbed onto rocks and trees, hoping to save themselves, but the water kept rising and there was no safety for them. Noah and his family waited patiently inside the ark for the rain to stop. While they did, they each carried out daily chores of taking care of all those different animals. They trusted that God would take care of them, just like he promised. After the rain had stopped and the sun came out from behind the clouds, but water still covered the entire world, Noah decided to send a bird called a dove out of the ark. He knew if the water had dried up and there was dry land, God would use the dove to show him it was safe to come out of the ark. But the dove returned very tired because there was still water covering the world, so it couldn't find a place to rest. Then finally, one day after 7 months, a dove returned with an olive leaf in its beak, so he knew the waters were drying up. After the waters had gone down, God made a beautiful rainbow in the sky. It was his promise to never destroy the world by a flood again. Noah and his family were amazed at all the beautiful colors, remembering God's faithfulness. When the flood was finally over, Noah and his family didn't celebrate or rest. They built an altar and worshipped God, thanking him for keeping them safe.
Noah trusted God and obeyed him, even when it was hard, right?
Yes, Elijah. Every rainbow reminds us to trust God and obey him, just like Noah did.
I want to be brave and faithful